Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we're going to make a double-sided house number sign. I think people are always surprised by how much work is involved with something that looks relatively simple. Now this project here, before you get to the cedar, I actually had to do quite a few processes in between. I had the cedar plank here. Here's a piece of cedar. And when I got it from the hardware store, it looked great, but if you looked at it on the edge, which is now fixed by the way, it was actually warped like this here. So it was basically smiling to me. Now when a piece of wood is smiling to you on the edge, that's not a good thing. And the reason for that is, number one, this job here requires laser work. If this piece is smiling to me, that means that some aspect of it will be engraved deeper than others, because the laser always works from the same focal distance. So here's where something happens, here's where less of something happens, right? So if the piece of wood is flat, something happens at the same place across the whole board. Now, if something is uneven, let's say it's like this here, something happens, less happens, more happens. So you end up a little bit like a little wave. If you're not familiar with lasers and the results from the laser, most people would probably never even notice. But if I notice something, I want to fix it. And the first thing I did here was plane this cedar board. Now I really love my bandsaw, and as a result I'll be bandsawing out the outline that I made with the laser. Technically my laser can easily cut through this and make this a stencil. The problem is on the other side it would be reversed, which is very hard to read when you're driving down the road. Now the reason why I said one side would be pretty close and another one dead on is here on this side here the laser cut out or engraved the lettering and also gave me the shape. On the other side I'm working with something that's been moved, and as soon as you move something on a laser it will be a little bit different. In this case here the bandsaw just made the outline, so I knew roughly where the letters and the numbers needed to be. But there is a little bit, maybe a mil or two XYZ where they're a little bit off, but you'll never notice it on a sign this far away. So after the laser engraving on both sides is finished, it's time to actually finish this house number sign. Now that involves sanding all the edges and sanding both surfaces as well. The reason for the sanding is to provide a nice surface actually for the varnishing that will happen afterwards. And there you have it, a custom house number sign made out of solid cedar. Cedar is a really nice material to be using for house number signs because it has a natural preservative in the wood itself. And to provide the contrast, the laser works wonderfully because it doesn't actually produce anything that will flake off. It's just charcoal. And charcoal is part of the wood to begin with, so if it gets hot, cold, rainy, whatever kind of weather conditions happen, there's nothing here to come off, fall off, or peel off. So if you're looking for a custom house number sign, literally out of any material, size, or shape, contact me at CNCKing.com.